I try to be very candid in these videos, like very transparent, no hype. Even though I'm very bullish, I want to preface I'm bullish. I try to be candid in presenting the data in terms of what is possibly next for Bitcoin, possible confirmations ready to happen. And I have to say, there's an elephant in the room in the crypto space right now. And that is the fact that support above $10,000, Bitcoin trading above $10,000, the confidence in that has become too commonplace. People are too comfortable when there's a very, very clear target just below $10,000 in the $9,000 range. And at the same time, Bitcoin's seeing very, very clear resistance. How can we not possibly talk about that? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe on the way in. Let's jump into this video. So this is Bitcoin on the short term. The resistance that we're talking about, that we're looking at, stems from right here, a key Fibonacci retracement area. We waited a month to get here. Real quick, if you haven't seen it, this is September 10th. Even if this didn't happen in those previous two swing highs, we'd really be tracking this entire Fibonacci channel. And if you go to the daily chart, this is what it looks like. This is the swing high in the middle of August, right here, to our previous swing low. Bitcoin would need to make a move to the upside here to this channel. Now, this is a prediction video. I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight. However, so I know I've been replaying this video a lot, but the reason I'm doing that isn't just because I did this prediction. I'm saying I'm right, everybody. It's not why I'm doing it. The reason I'm doing it is because the fact that Bitcoin did go from $10,300 or so to this Fibonacci retracement that I charted here, 11,400 to 11,900, the fact that it made that move is so critical. It's so important because the reason that I predicted that move is because it's what happened at the top of the bull market high. It's what happened at the swing high last summer. And we said if it happens again, it will be the most key area. We've waited years for Bitcoin to get to give us a confirmation. Everyone, if you're on YouTube, if you're looking at Bitcoin data, if you're looking at Twitter data, this is it. If you've been watching YouTube videos on crypto, on Bitcoin technical analysis, looking for answers, you're not going to find a data point on the Bitcoin charts, I think, that will give you as close to an answer or confirmation as possible than what is happening right here. And this is the weekly chart zoomed out. And I want to break it down for you in this video because there is a case for Bitcoin breaking below $10,000. And the case from that stems from the very concern that we have on these charts, which is we had the swing high last summer. Are we putting in a lower high for a continued downtrend? And let's dig into this. So this is last summer, 2019, Bitcoin failed to break a key Fibonacci resistance. This is a daily chart. We had the swing high last summer, close to 14,000 to swing low. And you can see Bitcoin made a move back up to this key Fibonacci retracement. It failed in that moment. Now, the other thing happening on this chart right here is Bitcoin was seeing resistance at this trend line up here. And that's that long-term trend line that Bitcoin has been in from the bull market high. So that's what happened last summer. Now, right now, we have on the daily chart a very similar move happening, almost identical, which is a swing high to 12,500 or so to a swing low. And this was a swing low back in September, and we've retraced to Fibonacci retracement. So here's last summer, and here is now. This is exactly what a lower high looks like. This is exactly what a lower high, long-term, continued downtrend, bearish downtrend will look like for Bitcoin. And on this daily chart, everything happening right here, literally at the 618 line on this Fibonacci resistance, it will define everything, what happens on this short term. And we're talking, this can be defined tonight, tomorrow morning, the next couple of days, but we're here. We've made it to this very micro area that will essentially define this macro chart and the direction of Bitcoin. One thing to note, we are just past the Bitcoin halving. And if you go to, this chart right here, you can see Bitcoin halving right here in terms of this horizontal line. So we're in a different part of the cycle for Bitcoin. There is a very strong case that Bitcoin does what it needs to do and we break through this Fibonacci retracement. That is the bullish indicator we're looking for. Just to give you some perspective on that, in terms of price range, Bitcoin is very close, 5% away from the 786 on this resistance channel to diverge away from this long-term downtrend from the bull market high. Everyone, 5% away. I'm not trying to do a bearish video. However, resistance here is not going to be good. And what happened last summer is we got resistance exactly here. If you want to liken where Bitcoin is right now on this daily chart, it is essentially right here. And Bitcoin failed last summer and we came down. So what did we come down? We came down and we broke the 50 moving average, which was a very key sign with continued resistance at the 50 moving average. So bearish, everybody. And it's a move that we'd be looking for right now. So where does the 50 moving average sit right now? $10,800. A key area I did in a video the other day for retracement for Bitcoin, potentially on the short term. If Bitcoin gets there and sees support, there's still a case Bitcoin can test this Fibonacci retracement once again and break through. So on this daily chart, there is room for Bitcoin to consolidate, but that $10,800 area, so critical for Bitcoin to hold above. And you see the case of what it looks like if Bitcoin were to break through the downside. This could be very, very bad for Bitcoin, everybody. And it's just something to be prepared for. No matter if it happens or not, I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin. I haven't made a decision yet about short-term because Bitcoin is at this very clear on the 6-hour chart, Fibonacci resistance, and we have to let it play out. If Bitcoin can get upward momentum and start breaking the upside of this Fibonacci resistance, it is so key for Bitcoin. But we know, talking about the $10,000, the $10,000 meme now, below where Bitcoin is trading right now at this resistance, we have the symmetrical triangle we broke out of. $12,500 target to the upside. We haven't hit it. We still have a ways to go. There's a case for Bitcoin to come back down to the apex. Look where the apex is, everyone, 10,800. There's a case for that. Does Bitcoin see support there? That is what you need to be watching in terms of the data you're watching on these charts. If Bitcoin doesn't see support, we break that. It's so very bearish. This would be a busted symmetrical triangle, a bearish busted symmetrical triangle, meaning we get a breakout to the upside, but we break back down. It doesn't confirm to the upside target of 12,500, and we do have a downside bearish target of right around $9,000. That is this long-term trend line area of Bitcoin going all the way back to the bull market high. The other thing happening right around $8,900 and $9,000, let me just zoom in here, is, and this is the weekly chart, is the 50-week moving average. So if Bitcoin breaks bearish, if we see resistance at this very key Fibonacci resistance, it's short-term bearish. It's just, there's no other way to put it. It's most likely Bitcoin will see below $10,000. But I want to note on these zoomed out charts, if I go to a different Bitcoin chart here, just a little more clean, on these zoomed out charts, Bitcoin in an environment where it's in a continued uptrend, maybe even getting ready for a bull market, Bitcoin, you can see post 2016 halving back here, continued support above the 50-week moving average. The 50-week moving average, this blue line, is really the most important area. So if Bitcoin does go short-term bullish or bearish, and we do retrace all the way down here to the 50-week moving average around $9,000 or so, there's still a long-term bullish play. There's still long-term bullish hope for you holders out there. But the case is there, everyone. And it is commonplace that everybody's just so confident with Bitcoin above $10,000. It's nice to see. I'm not saying I think Bitcoin is going to just see resistance here and we are going to go below $10,000. But how can you make up your mind? How can you make a decision and commit to just an exact decision, make your own decision in guessing and predicting when you have no idea, right? Like literally nobody has no idea what's going to happen. The reason we have this data here is finally we can get confirmation now. And we will have an idea once Bitcoin does something, but Bitcoin's not doing anything other than seeing short-term resistance. So we don't know. We have to wait for Bitcoin to break above. We can start actually getting kind of bullish, getting kind of confident, I would say. So I hope I just explained myself right. That I had a little trouble with that one, but everyone, my point is this: be prepared for downside scenario, especially when we are at this micro resistance that translates so amazingly on these macro charts. This is a really important time for Bitcoin right now in terms of technical analysis. And the case for a lower high happening right now, it's there. And a case for a Bitcoin under $10,000, it's there too. Just be prepared for it. That's all. Don't FOMO into all these hype videos and all this hype stuff about Bitcoin. Long term, I'm bullish. Even medium term, I'm bullish. But what can happen in the short term, in the next month or so, very much in the air. So we could easily see a really crazy red monthly candle that Bitcoin bounces back bullish out of. But be prepared for a scenario like that. Be prepared for dips. And I just wanted to present that data. I know it's not popular. I know a lot of you don't like seeing it. I know it's not going to get me the views, everyone, because it's not a moon video. It's really not, but I had to do it. I had to throw it out there. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you cruising by. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit that like on the way out. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.